Prehistory and ancient history before one Christian era. Introduction. Africa is not only the birthplace of Black history, but of all human history. The first Homo sapiens humans originated in Africa. The earliest specimen that has been found to date come from Jebel Arud in Morocco, and other early specimens have been found in Kenya. Human ancestors such as Homo habilis and Homo heidelbergensis left their mark across Africa in the form of fossils and primitive tools. Scholars now believe that our species evolved from these ancestors in multiple places in Africa at least 315,000 years ago. Humans began to migrate out of Africa around 215,000 before Christian era, which first into the Middle East and then onto other parts of the world. Gradually, some hunter-gatherers abandoned their nomadic lifestyle and founded the first human settlements in the Fertile Crescent, a collective name for the Nile Valley, the Middle East, and Mesopotamia, now present-day Iraq, about 12,000 years ago. These early communities were sustained by three great rivers, the Nile, the Euphrates, and the Tigris, whose fertile floodplains provided the ideal conditions for farming to evolve. Key civilizations in Africa emerged around the 4th millennium before Christ. From the appearance of Bantu-speaking peoples in the Niger Delta in 3500 BC to the monarchy established in Nubia in 3400 BC and the unification of pre-dynastic Egypt in 3150 BC. Egyptian expansion. The Nile River nurtured one of the first and greatest civilizations in world history. The communities that grew up around the Nile developed rich cultures with art, languages, and religious and political systems by becoming increasingly complex. By the time of the last culture of pre-dynastic Egypt, the Naqada III, 3200 to 3000 BC, localized elites had become large, powerful states who fought for dominance. Their unification under King Narmer in 3150 BCE marks the beginning of Egypt's dynastic age. After Narmer, ancient Egypt's history tends to be divided into three golden ages. The Old Kingdom, 2575 to 2130 BC, was a prosperous period in which the Egyptians built not only cities and ports, but monumental pyramids that housed royal tombs. The Great Pyramid of Giza is one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. By the time the New Kingdom, 1570 to 1069 BC, Egypt was home to a civilization with a complex infrastructure, ruled by powerful pharaohs who expanded their kingdom into the Middle East and Sudan. Power struggles. Sudan was home to another mighty African civilization, Nubia, in what is now Sudan and southern Egypt. First settled around 5000 before Christ, Nubia was home to the kingdom of Kush, which had grown up around the lower Nile Valley. Kush, with its capital of Kerma, was a natural ally and trading partner to its northern neighbors, but Egypt soon came to see its strength as a threat. Kerma's armies made a failed attempt to invade Egypt around 1550 BC, triggering 50 years of warfare that eventually ended in Egypt's victory. The subsequent Nubian kingdoms established in Napata and Meroe proved short-lived, falling to the Ethiopian powers of Abyssinia and Aksum in 600 BC and 350 CE respectively. Egypt similarly fell to the Assyrians from Mesopotamia in 666 BC before it was conquered by the ancient Greeks in 332 BC. Fighting for North Africa. In the 8th century BC, a seafaring people known as the Phoenicians founded the port city of Carthage in modern-day Tunisia. The city became a commercial hub for trade between Africa and Europe and grew into a wealthy power, with a multi-ethnic population of around 500,000 people by the 3rd century BC. Its residents originated mostly from the Phoenician lands of the East Mediterranean coast and from nearby North African kingdoms, politically named namely Egypt and Kush, resulting in a Punic culture that incorporated both African and Mediterranean elements. Like Egypt, Carthage was challenged by the growing European powers, first by Greece, then by Rome. The Punic navy fought Greece at sea between the 6th and 3rd centuries BC, and Carthage's armies fought Rome in the Punic Wars from 264 BC. Rome sacked Carthage in 146 BC and annexed Egypt a century later in 30 BC, having damaged part of Alexandria's famed library. The Roman Empire's hold over North Africa would be just the beginning of European encroachment on the African continent.